Namaste everyone. Thank you for joining in this video. The thing is that I wanted to share a small remedy on happiness and sustenance. Okay, so generally what happens is happiness is something which is eluding for many people. Okay, and then sustenance is something that we all desire on this earthly plane. We work to sustain ourselves. We earn money to sustain ourselves, right? We marry so that we can have children to sustain our lineage. So all the activities that we do basically is related to our sustenance, right? Now, sustenance is the primary responsibility of the sun and moon. Okay, Surya is responsible for creating the resources, while Chandra is related to the use of those resources, how happy you are with those resources that you have. Okay, and then the overall happiness factor in the horoscope is governed by Jupiter. Okay, so if Jupiter is placed well in the D1 or the D9 or the D60, then more or less there would be a sense of happiness and satisfaction, okay, for the native. But then happiness is something that appears to be elusive in the times we are living in. Okay, we can see a lot of people depressed, a lot of people who are very very rich, who have everything at their disposal, everything one can think of at their disposal, but then they are not happy basically. So this is a remedy that is meant for happiness and sustenance. But just to recap with the basics. So sustenance is mainly the domain of the sattva grahas. Okay, now what are the sattva grahas? The sattva grahas are Surya, Jupiter, and Chandra. Okay, so Jupiter or Guru is the sustainer for both living and non-living world. It permeates everything and everything exists within it. So it is the God element in the chart. Okay, the placement of Jupiter indicates the God factor in the chart. Okay, it is like Narayana, everywhere, in everything, everything in it, supporting all life. Okay, so Jupiter is, as I said, Jupiter is the placement of God in the horoscope. Okay, so it is the grace of God. Jupiter is God in all signs that can overcome Yama or death. Okay, so this is the importance of Jupiter, why Jupiter is regarded as the greatest benefit, or rather why Jupiter has been said to be the greatest benefit according to Parashara Muni, right? So it is the aspect of Jupiter that can stop a Shula Dasa from killing. It is the aspect of Jupiter that allows one to cross the nodes in the Saptamsha. So a Sula Dasha can obviously be, can be a Markesh Dasha for most, but if the aspect of Jupiter is on the Lagna or on certain positions, then it can, it can stop the Shula Dasha from killing. Okay. It is Jupiter that gives the Jiva or the individual soul in the body. In this way, the Sattva of Jupiter sustains all life. So this is the main sattva of Jupiter that flows out because Jupiter governs the yoga limb of the Panchanga. Okay, it governs the yoga factor of the Panchanga, and that is the reason Jupiter is responsible for holding things together. Okay, if you look at the houses that are ruled by Jupiter, it represents coming together of people, right? The fourth house, it represents the fourth house. Jupiter exalts in the natural fourth house of Cancer, so it represents the coming together of people in the family. Again, ninth house is ruled by Jupiter. The natural ninth house is ruled by Jupiter. That means it represents the coming together of people for religious purposes. Again, Jupiter rules the natural 12th house. So it represents the coming together of people for moksha, right? A group of people who have taken diksha in an ashram, and they're following their guru who is supposed to lead them to the path of moksha. So this is the main activity of Jupiter. Just like it brings people together, it also has the ability to keep things together. Okay. Next, the sun or Surya relates to the availability of resources, which it gives through the signs. The Rashis are the Dwadashaditya, the 12 suns. So there is a Surya for each Rashi, and each Surya represents something, right? I'll make a video on the 12 Suryas or the 12 Adityas, which are also known as the Dwadashaditya. Okay, Dwadashaditya. They give the fruits in this world. They are the environment that is either bountiful or barren. This is why many poverty mantras work with the sun. So, if someone is suffering from poverty, the main remedy to give that to that person is the sun. Okay, because sun is the primary remover of poverty, and poverty is caused by Saturn. Okay, and sun is the very antithesis to Saturn. Okay, this is why the physical ability to have children is seen from the sun arudhas, the physical ability. So if you calculate the arudha of the fifth from the sun, Okay, that is where, that is where you have the physical ability to have children, right? This works beautifully in a male chart or in a female chart. If the fifth from the sun is afflicted, then there is no physical ability to bear children. Okay, so this is another important takeaway here. So it is a strong sun that ignites Raja Yoga because the availability of resources is available for Raja Yoga to start. So for the Raja Yogas to activate in the chart, the sun has to be strong. Okay, a Raja Yoga will activate only when the sun will transit that sign where the natal Raja Yoga is present. Okay, that which gives the fruits, the resources in this world is related to or sustained by the sattva of the sun. Okay, so this is very, very important to understand. The sun is the primary creator of all your resources. Without the sun, there can be no resources. Okay, that is the reason all job creation mantras will begin with the sun. Now, the moon or Chandra is the mother nurturing, needing the resources. This can be seen from the Hora chart ruled by the sun and moon, which shows resources available and needs to be met. Jupiter shows using the resources. So the Thi Shakti of Jupiter represents the use of resources. Whatever resources you have from the sun, right? Whatever resources you need from that is seen from the moon. Okay. And Jupiter is showing the use of those resources. The moon horas show the need and sun horas show the availability. Jupiter shows your intelligence in using these resources available to your needs. So this is another important thing to understand. The sattva of the moon is the nurturing and caring that is needed to sustain. So as I said, the moon, the moon is very, very important when it comes to sustaining because it is the nurturing and caring, the caring quality that flows out from the sattva of the moon. Okay, just like the sattva of Jupiter represents the keeping together of things, the nurturing and caring ability flows out from the sattva of the moon. Now we come to the remedy. It is the Janak Shadakshari mantra. So Janak, as we know, he was the father of Sita Mata in the Ramayana. But he was much more than a king. He was also a very wise rishi. Okay, he was a king who was also a rishi. And Janak's guru, the great Ashtak Bakra, he had he has a Gita in his name, which is known as the Ashtak Bakra Gita. Okay, so the mantra is Hare Rama Krishna. Okay, so this mantra is simultaneously meant to activate the first, fifth, first, fourth, fifth, ninth, and 12th houses. Okay, the first, fourth, fifth, ninth, and 12th houses. This mantra is simultaneously meant to activate it. Okay, Hare Ramakrishna. So many traditions, like the tradition of Pandit Sanjay Rath ji, they use this mantra as the main mantra, the guru mantra of the tradition. Okay, they will when you come across an astrologer who belongs to the lineage of Achyutananda Dasa, the lineage of Pandit Sanjay Rath, they will always use this mantra, Hare Ramakrishna. But then for general public, how to use this mantra, you have to, you have to sit in a place facing east. Okay, you have to sit on the ground or on the chair, over a cot or a mat. You should not sit on the bed. Okay, and then you should do 5 malas regularly of this mantra, Hare Ramakrishna. Right, you should give at least 3, you should do 3 malas of this mantra. Okay, not 5, I'm sorry, you should do 3 malas of this mantra, and then wait for this mantra to work. At least do this mantra for at least 3 months for the mantra to show its results. Okay, so that's it for now. Thank you for joining in. Okay, if you want to reach out to me, you can obviously reach out through a call or WhatsApp or by my website, jyotish108.com. And please don't forget to like, comment, and share this video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be bringing many more videos for the benefit of everyone concerned. Thank you so much. Om Gurave Namaha.